Hello, David here, and the project for today is building an engine support bar. I'm building this engine support bar out of a bed frame, so don't laugh. The bed frame uses angle iron, and I boxed off the angle iron using two pieces of angle iron for the main support. Each end will be supported by the fender on the inside of the engine compartment. Then I have a perpendicular bar, so I have a 3-point support. This bar is also angle iron that was boxed off, and that's going to sit at a right angle, and the front part of this bar will be supported by the radiator support bracket. I'm not an engineer, so if you're going to attempt this project, I suggest that you get advice from a professional engineer before attempting the project. By my way of thinking, you put two people in a bed, they weigh 200 pounds each. That's 400 pounds right there. The engine probably weighs about 500 pounds or so. And if you live out in Utah where they have polygamous marriages, you could have 3 or 4 people in that bed. So that could be 600 pounds right there. So that justifies my concept in building this from a bed frame. So my next plan of action is to build 3 sleeves. I want to have a sleeve at each end of the bar so I can make it adjustable for different size engine compartments. And then I'm going to have a sleeve for the center support so that I can adjust that. So I'm going to build the sleeves out of those angle irons. And I'm going to do a standoff. I'm going to use these legs that hold that used to hold the casters for the wheels of the bed. They're going to be welded to the sleeve like that. So this is the part that'll sit on the fender seam of the engine compartment. I'll weld this in like that. Don't know if it's going to work. It's worth a try. I'm mostly finished with the engine support bar. I've got it primed and painted. I've got a 1/2 inch bolt right here for the third support point for the center bar. This sleeve right here can slide sideways to adjust for the differences in the various radiator support brackets. The sleeves at each end here and here, those also slide in and out to adjust for various sizes of engine compartments. The only modification I might have to make is to weld a nut to the top of each one, just in case it might slide when I don't want it to, and then run a nut down for a friction fit. The project I'm going to do has to support the engine. I haven't decided how I'm going to lift the engine. I could jack up the engine from the oil pan and then support the engine on the engine support bar, but I prefer not to jack up from the oil pan. I prefer to jack up from the engine support bar. I've seen instances where a collar is welded to this support here, and then a screw is attached to the engine lift hook and then screwed up. I don't know if that can lift the weight of the engine by screwing on a bolt. Of course, I would use a 1/2 inch bolt. On this car, this water pump pulley cover is removed, and there's an engine lift hook underneath there. But what I was thinking of doing was disconnecting this engine mount and using a lift belt, and then putting a floor jack right here and then lifting by the engine mount with the floor jack. I'm just going to have to try it. I'm going to try that in another video. I'm going to end this video right here because this engine support bar is pretty much finished. My next video will be the project of lifting, supporting this engine, and replacing the oil pan gasket. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching. Bye now.